Yeah, yours is coming in a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit.
So you are on. So right now, what are people seeing?
It's not live yet,
It's not
correct?
live. Okay,
But they will be seeing my
it's
vision.
live right now.
Perfect.
Yeah, went to Tallahassee this weekend.
Great. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna bring the mayor over for Facebook Live family. Sorry, I am just learning about Facebook Live, and I just found out we are live. So here we are. We are going to bring over Mayor Kreisman, who's going to be one of our speakers today, and he's going to tell you a little bit about why art is important in St. Petersburg. Come on with me, Dylan. Let's talk to the mayor. Mayor Kreisman, we have a minute of your time.
Hi there.
So Mayor Kreisman is here with us. This is the Facebook Live folks. We've got over 100 people.
All right.
And the numbers are continuing as we talk. And I guess the only thing we really want to hear from you today, Mayor, other than your great comments later, is why does art matter so much to St. Pete? I mean, everybody talks about how great it is to be in St. Pete as artists.
Well, St. Pete is what St. Pete is now because of arts and culture. You know, when we talk about what has created the Renaissance in our city and why people want to be in our city and move to the city, it's because of our arts and culture scene that we have here in St. Petersburg. We are blessed by so many amazing artists who live here, so many remarkable museums that are based here, galleries, and you walk around our downtown, it's like a living museum with all of the outdoor murals. You know, that's why people want to be here.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is.
It really is. And I know, Mayor, you probably could comment on how much has happened even since you've been mayor. I mean, this has been a part of our culture, but it just seems like the last few years it's just going crazy.
It is. And, you know, I look where we're standing here at the Arts Exchange, and so much of what's happening in this area, this is helping to bring back this section of town. You know, everywhere when you see vibrancy, you see art. I mean, and they go hand in hand.
Well, we couldn't be more excited. I mean, we feel we're very honored to be on the 22nd corridor and that we get to, you know, interact with the Pinellas Trail, get to interact with the Deuces. We have all these communities, this enriched area that we're in. And we really think today is a very exciting day because we're going to break ground today on our education center that's been long in the making. And with that, I want to call Mark Ailing over, our chair of our board. Mayor, we're going to call you up in a few minutes to speak to the crowd, but stay right here. So Mark, we're talking to Facebook Live right now, and so we are not starting the program. Mark's like ready. Like, I think everybody's like so surprised.
I got marching orders.
Here's the good news. When I say to do something, he really does it. So that's a good thing. So Mark, I want to introduce you to our Facebook Live friends here. We have over 100 people joining us today.
Awesome.
We're super excited. Why don't you just say a few words about why we're here today, and then we're going to start the program in just a few minutes.
So obviously we're super excited to be breaking ground on the Education Center. This has been several years in the making. We've been raising money to get this pulled together. We've had some great philanthropic folks come forward and fund this, as well as the city of St. Petersburg, which is what the mayor is here. He's been backing the Arts Exchange project in the Warehouse Arts District from day one. Very grateful for that. We're going to get the Education Center up and running. We should be done with construction by the end of the summer, and then we can start having classes. So
right, and we're super excited about a dance floor that we're going to have. And one of the things we're going to do at the end of today is we're going to show some folks a very, very raw space that is going to be miraculously converted into beautiful, beautiful studios and a beautiful dance studio. We're very excited. So what we're going to do right now is, to all of you out in Facebook Live land, which I'm sure is the nerdiest thing anyone could ever say, but I'm going to say it anyway. My kids, if my daughters were watching this right now, they would be horrified. Eye roll, super eye roll. But we want to thank you for joining us today for the Aresty School for Young Artists and the Francis McSwain Pruitt and J. Crayton Pruitt Art Education Center groundbreaking. And without the support of all of our friends here at WADA, this wouldn't happen. So with this, we're going to, Dylan, I'm going to get everybody up front and we're going to start the program. Thank you.
All right, here we go. Showtime.
Hello, everyone. If everyone could come on over here, we're going to get started in a minute. We know it's a little sunny, so we're going to get going. And if you take a seat, if you're not comfortable where the chairs are, just pick a chair up and move it wherever you want. This just go ahead and do whatever it is that you want to do with the chairs. With that, I just would like to bring up, and if I could get Barkley, you're with us here.
Yep.
You are. And Natalie, are you with us? There you are. And Natalie, you want to come up and come on over one of these. And as you can probably tell, we are very much recognizing social distancing and trying to respect all of you and what you want to do. So we appreciate you to come out today. So with that, I'm going to wipe off the microphone. A good little social distance, and I'm going to call up the Warehouse Arts District Association Board Chair, Mark Avery. Thank you. Come on out, Mark.
Hello, everybody. Give me a moment to get adjusted here. All right, how's that? Can you all hear me? Cool. All right, well, thank you all for coming out. This is a very special day for us. We have been raising funds towards the development of this education center now for several years. And I need to point out a couple of folks here who are here with us, our board, as well as some representatives from the city. We've got Mayor Rick Kreisman with us, and I believe Council Member Robert Blackman, is he here today? Thank you for joining us. Council Chair Ed Montneri. Ed, thank you for coming. We've got Commissioner Renee Flowers. Renee with us, has she made it down yet? And also Council Vice Chair Gina Driscoll. And happy birthday, Gina. Thank you for coming out and joining us. I'd like to thank our board members as well. We've got several board members here. Jesse Javins, who's right here. Susan Antoinette, right here. Nancy Cohen. Nancy, are you with us? Morella Camato. Thank you, Morella. Beatrice Farrell, right there. And Teresa Sullivan, who helped pull the event together. Teresa, and Richard McGinnis. Richard made it out yet. I haven't seen him yet. Maybe he hasn't made it down yet. Ron Schlosser, who's also here with us as part of our executive committee. And Rob Producer. Rob, are you around? Partners in crime here in this education. I also would like to thank our Education Center donors. We have the Aresty family and Jim Aresty, who's a new board member, who brought us over the finish line and has made our new education program here possible, the Aresty School for Young Artists. And we also have a representative from the J. Crayton Pruitt Foundation for the Francis McSwain Pruitt and J. Crayton Pruitt Arts Education Center. And there's right here, Natalie Judge is with us as a representative from the Pruitt Foundation. And we also have the city of St. Petersburg, who was very helpful with the funding, and the Downtown Partnership. And we have Barkley, you're going to be talking on their behalf. Michael Bates, who's with us, who's helped us out financially, and Jeffrey and Natalie Brandis, Jeff Brandis as well, and Janine Haskell, who is a former board member who's very excited about our education program, who's on our committee as well, and Mark and Maureen Mahaffey, as well as Debbie Story, who's one of our board members, and also Sylvia Rouchet, who is a big donor for us and has helped with the dance floor and will be one of the namesakes of our studio. So we're very grateful to all of those folks. I just wanted to say a couple words about how we got here. And, you know, it has been, as I said, several year push. And this project was initially envisioned, you know, the Warehouse Arts District Association Board have been working towards the goal of creating an education space. We have some small classroom upstairs in our phase one, and we wanted to get more serious about education. We've got a very robust education committee, which Susan is the chair of, and we've been offering classes for artists to help them refine their business acumen. and we wanted to expand that into a broader sense of this community and reflect more effectively the community that we represent and the ground that we are on. And part of that means expanding the role of education into community-based classes for adult art classes and also classes for at-risk youth, after-school classes, as well as summer programming. So these are some of the things that are coming down the road as we see the education space. As we finish breaking ground here ceremonially, we'll be able to walk into the education space for those who are interested. We've got some graphics here, and you can see the space as it's beginning to take shape. We've got about 3,000 square feet. It will be 3 classrooms initially and a spring-loaded dance floor, which is badly needed in the performing arts community. All right here on our facility, and we hope to have classes running into the wee hours of the night and in the wee hours of the morning. So we're going to get as much out of this facility as we can, and we have room for growth and expansion. So this is a really big deal for the Warehouse Arts District and what we can offer this community as a creative resource. I want to thank Diane Bailey Morton, who really helped visualize and bring this space together. She got our initial drawings online. Yes, please, our previous executive director, Diane, deserves a round of applause. She did the initial fundraising and got our plans together for this process. And I also want to give a special nod of appreciation to Rod Huffman, Huffman General Contractors. Rod, where are you? Right over here. Rod has been the mastermind of revitalizing this compound. He knows every nook and cranny of this place, and believe me, I can tell you there are many, and he and I have crawled through all of them together. This has been a huge undertaking. Just getting the power lines from hanging over our heads and making this area code compliant has been a multi-year and multi-$100,000 endeavor, and Rod has spearheaded all of this for us. And every time you see Rod here toiling away on a piece of heavy equipment, he's doing it pro bono for us, and we cannot thank him enough. That being said, I want to keep us moving along here. I know everybody's sitting in the sun, so I would like to announce, without any further ado, Mayor Rick Kreisman. Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Welcome to our new normal, right? I also, before I begin my comments, just wanted to acknowledge a couple folks from my staff who are here with us from our Department of Cultural Affairs, Wayne Atherholt and Lynn Goodwin. So, good afternoon, everyone. I want to thank you all for being here. And if you are watching us on Facebook Live, thank you for tuning in. First of all, a word of thanks to our talented Warehouse Arts District Association President, Mark Ayling. Mark, thank you to you and everyone at the Warehouse Arts District Association for making today possible. And by the way, a fun fact that I would like to point out for everyone. 2 of our newest and highest profile projects, the new pier and the new police station, have something in common. Mark's amazing public art is a part of each of those projects, and he does deserve serious applause. And I know he couldn't be here today, but I do want to say a word of thanks to my friend Jason Mathis of the Downtown Partnership, to Natalie Judge of the J. Crayton Pruitt Foundation. Thank you for being here. And to the generous donors who joined with the city of St. Petersburg. We wouldn't be here without you. Thank you for sharing our vision for this special place. You know, if you look at the names associated with this project, including the Aresty family, you're obviously going to find strong supporters of the arts are here in St. Petersburg. I previously mentioned the pier, and
we wouldn't have the Eckelman sculpture without support from the Aresty family. And unfortunately, COVID prevented us from having a proper opening in tribute to all of the donors. So you have to forgive me if I use this opportunity to again thank Jim and the Aresty family for their generosity and their love of the arts. But I think you might also discover that everyone who's been a part of this project understands one fundamental reality, that our thriving art scene drives our thriving economy. The economic boom we're experiencing in St. Petersburg is not in parallel with the fact that the arts is here, and it's second to none. It's because of it. And while I'd love to take credit for all that, the truth is we need to thank the artists, many of whom have called St. Petersburg home long before I became mayor. And we need to thank the leaders here in the city and the county, along with those who believed that we could create an entire neighborhood with an arts focus. And this is the next step in what has become one of the most exciting places, I believe, in St. Pete. And I can't wait to see what comes after this and comes next. So I thank you all for being here, and congratulations. This is truly wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, for your comments. My name is Barclay Harless. I'm the local banker by day, but I'm the vice chair of the St. Pete Downtown Partnership. I'm also on the Warehouse Arts District Board. I first want to thank Rob Capusa, who's my fellow partner in crime on both boards. And Rob, as some of you may know, has been instrumental in making the warehouse area and our investments in artists a key piece of what the partnership does and the priorities that we have. The Downtown Partnership is a private, not-for-profit urban development organization. We focus on how do we keep and make St. Pete economically strong and enhance everything that we have in the city. We were a part of the original startup capital for the Warehouse Arts District, and we're happily engaged in the education center today. St. Pete is uniquely poised to shine in a post-COVID environment, and arts and collaboration are a part of our DNA in this city. And part of the other things that we're involved with the partnership is the comprehensive arts strategy, which is due to be released next month. That's the result of the work of hundreds of individuals and several months of work to figure out how we can build capacity for the arts. Arts and arts assets and creativity are part, as the mayor mentioned, of what drives our economy in this city. It's what keeps St. Pete a lifestyle city. And so it's projects like this that the partnership is very proud to be engaged in. I want to thank Mark Ayling, who's our chair, wherever he has ended up. Mark is, it seems, constantly involved in a capital campaign of some kind, and they always seem to happen. So thank you, Mark, for your leadership of the board. I also want to thank, I don't believe the deputy mayor is here, but our deputy mayor has been a fabulous partner and supporter and advocate for many of the priorities of the Warehouse Arts District. And last, and as I introduced her, I really want to stop and thank Natalie Judge, who represents and is engaged with the Pruitt Foundation. Without them, this project would not have happened. And we are really thrilled that she has taken it and has guided this partnership and this project to occur. So thank you so much, Natalie.
And we're going to bring the mic down a little bit. No, we have trouble hearing. Even the very, very not Dennis here.
Hello, can you hear me? Is that better? Okay. Hello. First of all, I don't deserve to be thanked. Our father, Crayton Pruitt, set up a foundation and gave Helen and Crayton and I the honor of continuing his desire to help support the city in all our wonderful growth. So that's number one. Number two, I and our whole family, we're really, really thrilled and honored to join all of you in supporting these things and the arts in general. And
there were a group of people who had a vision, and yeah, they really stuck with it, and then people joined in and helped out, and that is what a community is. And it's also an indication of what we can be. Now, I was a little early, and so I stopped over $3. I didn't get a beer, but I sat there and I was calling the utilities, and I got that reporting, and it said, we will be a city of innovation and creativity. And I thought, we are. It's not will be, we are that. And we've done that because of people with great vision and passion for the arts. And so our family just joins you all in doing that and helping our city continue to blossom and grow and really, I think, embrace something so very, very valuable, which is the children and all of us participating and co-creating. I think we benefit the most when that happens. And we here are specifically located in an area that can make that glaringly possible and beautiful. And it's very exciting. So thank you so much.
All right, everybody. So we're about to wrap this thing up. Richard, there you are. Richard McGinnis, one of our board members. Thank you for joining us. So at this point, I'm going to ask everybody who's seated to rotate around, and all of the speakers are going to join us back here. If our board members can join us for a photo. Watch the board with your feet, and I thank you all for coming.
How well, I don't know, but
They're hard hat.
all right. The board of directors, if you all would come forward and stand on either, would be wonderful. We'd like this. I'm so sorry. Board members, come on up. I got some more hats. All right, board members. Anyone else? Beatrice? Richard? That is you. I've never seen you outside of Zoom. All right. Mr. Ailing. All right.
Everybody who's close to and on three, we're all going to toss some dirt, and please don't get it on our beautiful plaza.
That is bad. Plaza bad.
All right, here we go. Everybody get a shovel full. 1, 2, 3.
Yay! Great job.
All right, thank you all. Please feel free to wander, mingle. As I said, please look at the education space. You can visualize what's going to happen in there. And thank you for coming.
joining. I'm going to end